You no fight against the rum, you no fight against the wine, you no fight against the cigarette smoking. Yet you know these things give cancer. Yet you know these things give cancer. Why do you fight against the Kali man? Tell me why do you fight against the Kali man? Yet you know it's the healing of the nation. Yet you know it's the healing of the nation.
So I'm a ganja planter, call me the ganja farmer. Deep down in the earth when me put the ganja. Babylon come and light it at a fire, me a chant. Yes, I'm a ganja planter, call me the ganja farmer.
Mother, you sure this science thing going work?
If you don't calm down, I'm going to put you out. Breathe. Breathe. Oh, my dad. You see? You seem strong.
Anybody want to leave?
Lucifer, son of the morning, I'm gonna chase you out of earth. Lucifer, son of the morning, I'm gonna chase you out of earth.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. It's the Church of Yahweh Shai, 144, first circle, second circle, right? Link up with the Kahana, Yah Hazapa'Allah, right? Sure. For those of you that have trouble pronouncing the name, yeah, the trick is you gotta break the name up, all right? You gotta say Yah Hazapa'Allah, then Allah. That's how you're gonna be able to say it, all right? Right, so today we're gonna be going into the tribe of Simeon, but before we do that, we're gonna face the east. We're gonna say Allah, 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 Yahweh, Yahweh, Ba'ashama, Ba'ashama, Yahweh Shai, Baraka'atah. I want to give double honors to Apostle Tahara, alright, from the great millstone sect of the Israelites. I want to say a Shalawama wa Ahaba to the brothers, you know, on the highways, alright, that are pushing the work sincerely, alright. And I say sincerely because a lot of guys, you know, when they first came in the truth, they saw, you know, brothers had ePod camera with the Bible, bringing out precept, but you know, it goes deeper than that, okay? You can't just get up and just, like the brother was saying, the Kahana was saying last week, you can't just get up and think you could just, you know, go out there and do your own thing. And that's what a lot of brothers are going to begin to realize, man, all right? Because the Most High basically has to call you into this thing, man. You can't just get up and... We've had brothers, you know, think they could do their own thing. Like the brother that used to be the leader of the Church of Yahweh Shai Street Disciples, which I personally used to be a part of, and Ibad Yahweh used to be a part of, okay? He thought he could incorporate his own sort of ideas, and the Most High cut his fuse out, right? So that's a warning to the brothers that think they can do their own thing in this. And that's what we represent. We represent order, okay? That's why we're bringing out all these breakdowns about the tribes of Israel, man. Because basically you guys, you know, the puzzle is on the table, but you're confused. You don't know which piece fits what piece. So you can't even tell what picture it is because the pieces in the puzzle are scattered on the board. So the Rawacha Kodasha is what? using us to put all the pieces together, man, so you can see the picture. All right? And those of you that are refusing to see it, yeah, it just goes back to being, what's the word? Disrespectful and taking the order that Yahweh Ha, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is setting up for granted. All right? And that's not going to be tolerated in Shah season, like we've been saying. So yeah, so we gonna get straight into it, man, you know? We gonna get straight into it. So today we're gonna be talking about, speak while I
Right, so obviously, you know, we're on the last leg. I mean, when I say last leg, the last part of the 12 tribe, you know, which is important for you to know, man. Very important for you to understand the tribe, because you have to know who you are. Like, for example, I was listening to one brother in America. They say he had a dream about a fleet of ships, you know, from America, all right, leaving America. And I thought to myself, that's a very good point. Because now that dream came about, right? Let's say the ship came in America. Where do you go? Will the ship go to that place that they call Israel, or the ships go to Africa? That's why you have to know at least the lands. Look, even if you don't know your tribe, know the land, because the Moses say, okay, I freed you now. Go back to the place. Where will you go? Where will you go? So it's important to know, before we get in the kingdom, we're going to have to be level-headed. You know, even the Lashwana Kwadasha, think about it. You're going to be speaking Lashwana Kwadasha, and you don't want to learn it. So you think the Most High is going to miraculously give you the language. Yes, he can do that, spiritual power and that, but don't you think that it will be beautiful for you to kind of show to the Most High that you took care of things on this side? You know what I mean? Like we're saying, like, I gave you one talent. If you multiply it, I'll be like, oh, you faithful servant. So you have to think to yourself, what are these talents? Harvest the Lashawana Kwadasha, knowing who you are. So basically, everything that was given to you, you took care of it. You even grew into it. You're like, yo, this guy is real. This guy is the guy that I need. You know? But me, my mind, I'm thinking, all these brothers that are diligently learning Lashawana Kwadasha, learning their tribe, the most that it be easy for the man to work with them because they already have the basic, man. Imagine you already know how to build. When we get over there, we need builders. You know how to build. The guy, boss will be like, yo, you know how to build? Okay, I'll put you on top. Do you know how to build? No, I don't know. What's that? Okay, you're going to learn from that. It's common sense. But a lot of brothers don't deal with common sense. That's the problem. That's the problem. You know, that's the issue, man. You know, so today's going to be Simeon, man. Simeon is a beautiful tribe. You know, what does the Bible say about Simeon? It says that Simeon is brother to Levi, man. So if you're brother to Levi, you're cool with Levi, and Levi got the spiritual power. So hey, so that means that, you know, Simeon is spiritual, but you're gonna see how Levi is spiritual today, man. And a lot of brothers will be able to identify with Simeon, you know. You'll be able to identify. A lot of Jamaican will find out that actually you were the Bana Yamayana, not a Levi, but you're actually a Simeonite. So it's beautiful to know who you are. You know, like that saying, unless you know who you are, unless you know where you're coming from, it will be hard for you to know where you're going. Right. See?
Yeah. So that was a beautiful interjection, right? So as you can see on the board there, that's the numerical, that's the Lashawana Kodasha for Simeon, Shama'ai Wana. And then that's basically, I wrote it in English, man, you know, for the beautiful sisters out there that are following us, all right? We want to say Shalawama to you. So Sha is 300, Ma is 40, I is 70, Wa is 6, Na is 50. And when you total that, you get 466. 4 plus 6 plus 6 is 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. So Simeon, another perfect son.
Sure.
So 7 represents completion, perfection. Right. It represents sickle, harvest, okay? Right. So that shows you that Yahweh was dealing with who? Leah. That's why Leah had, 7 children. That's another completion there, 7. Right, so Simeon, so we're going to title this one, Simeon, the spiritual healer son of Yahaikwaba.
Sure.
Spiritual healer, okay? The spiritual healer son of Jacob, right? Right, so it says concerning the tribe of spiritual healers, that's what we're going to call them, spiritual healers, because that's what they are. Even the Simeonites that work on the left-hand side, you know, not all of them are, you know, even the ones that work on the left-hand side, not all of them just kill people, because that's what they think. They think all they do is just kill people, or, you know, they'll make up some kind of charm for you to bewitch. That's not all they do. They heal people from different sicknesses and stuff. And that's where that term that the Native Americans use, medicine man, that's where that comes from. When they talk about the medicine man or the medicine woman, who's that talking about? That's talking about Simeon, man. Okay? Because you gotta remember, when Leah had Reuben was sent to be the man of the house. Now, being the man of the house doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna have the knowledge on how to heal yourself. Which in most cases, you can't heal yourself, because if that was the case, the Most High wouldn't tell another brother to go and lay hands on another brother to heal him. Like for instance, Apostle Paul, all right, when he got blinded, the Most High sent, who did he send to open his eyes? Was it Peter?
No, it's another brother. I forgot his name.
Yeah, but he used a different guy to heal Apostle Paul, man. Why didn't he give Apostle Paul the power to just heal himself? So it shows you it takes a brother to help another brother, man.
That's right.
So all of you guys that are talking about you're waiting for Yahweh Shai, you're bullshitting. Just say you don't like what we're doing, okay? Just be honest. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. I don't want to get down. That's fine. That's fine. But in Shah season, that's when you're going to realize, man.
That's right.
So like we said, the Most High, hey, in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, man. You know? That's why a man can't heal himself. He needs even Yahweh Shai, he was the most powerful human being that has ever walked the earth. Why didn't he just baptize himself? Why did he go to John the Baptist and say, baptize me? Because he understands the principle. The Most High will use another man to elevate you. So he understood he can't start the ministry until John baptizes him. Because after John baptized him, it said the Spirit of Yahweh had descended on him like a dove. Come on, man. The Most High deals with order. But you guys, yeah, I don't know, it must be the Cocoa Pops, like the brother was saying. It's got to be something in Babylon, okay, that has diminished your understanding, all right, to an abysmal state. Because you guys, spiritually, you look comical. Physically, some of you look comical as well, because the way you're behaving, the way you're acting, you're behaving like those wild animals in West Africa, man. Okay? And that's why, through the Spirit, Yahweh Ha sent you guys to the wilderness, because you were wild animals, man. And he wanted to domesticate you there before bringing you into his land. Because you guys are behaving like some brute beasts. Okay? Right, so Simeon, the spiritual healer, son of Jacob, concerning this tribe, now some people might say, oh, you know, this brother, he likes cursing people out, you know. That's all he does. Yes. That's how we go and deal with you guys, man. That's the only way to deal with you. They like the hard way, right? So we're going to give you the hard way, man. That's how we go and deal with you. And like I keep saying, even though we got love for brothers and we sincerely care about brothers. We don't just talk. That's why every time you misbehave, we counsel you. If you don't want to come under the order, we get rid of you, because we're thinking about the other brothers that are still in the body, man. And the scripture says, if your right hand offends you, cry it up, because it is better for you to have one arm than for you to have both arms, and that arm is going to bring the whole body down. That's love, man. So don't be thinking, we was quick to get rid of you. This brother here, after when he didn't come to Stamford Bridge, did I say, oh, that's my right hand man? Nah, man, we moved on, because we had to grow. And now through the Spirit, you know, the Most High is bringing him back through the second circle. You guys need to learn from that. You need to learn from that, man. It says Ezekiel, which the brother goes back to the prophet Ezekiel. I keep saying you, is a sign unto you, man. So if you want to see what the Most High is really doing, you got to watch what the brother did. Wait, why do you think I'm out here, man? You think I want to come all the way from my Bayatha to just come and stand here and talk on camera? For what? There's got to be something more to it. Yahweh has shown, even this brother here, Abada Yahweh, in my opinion, the most diligent brother, okay, out of all you guys that claim to be teachers and all that. You can say what you want about him in a worldly sense, okay, but concerning the ministry, the brother is blameless. He's blameless, man. Concerning the ministry, he is blameless. All right? So these are, even this brother right here, you might say he's not camp ready, but he goes back to a very important disciple of Yahweh Shai. And I'm not saying it because, you know, the brother's here. It's a fact. Because we don't hang around with clowns and jokers and, you know, pocket watchers, lollygaggers. We don't hang around those sort. The Most High is, like I said, he's putting the pieces of the puzzle together. All right? These are the men that are going to take over the reins of the ministry, man. Which really, these brothers are the pioneers of the New Testament. Right, so it says, concerning the tribe of spiritual healers, we must first consider the situation Leah was in, all right, before having this son. So, Myanmar, we want to get Genesis 29 and 33. You know, all these breakdowns we're doing, you know, brothers will, they'll watch the video, they'll be opinionated, all right, they'll be imagining all kind of vain things in their mind, all right. They'll be saying, we came up with the breakdowns. But even if you do make it to the council, you know, at the council, we're going to deal with you, man. We're going to deal with you. And I've been saying this for the longest time. You are going to get dealt with. You're going to get dealt with. Because even this brother standing here, all right, if you read about Ezekiel, okay, you understand that Ezekiel was, if not one of the most serious prophets that Yahweh rose up in the time of the returnees from Babylon, man. And you guys are talking about Bon Babylon, we need to return back to the land. Ezekiel was there when you guys returned that time. He set up the temple, he divided the land again. He did everything basically that Moses had already done. He came and he was like the third of Yahweh's bringing us back into the land, which is the Deuteronomy, because the law was given twice. The Most High does everything twofold. So that's why the Spirit jumped on the brother to say, new wine. I didn't come up with new wine. The brother came up with a new wine. He just doesn't like to talk about that because that's how humble he is. Okay? And don't mistake in the humility for weakness.
Facts.
Because even this brother here, Ibada Yahweh, Ibada Yahweh. Be very, very careful of this brother, Ibada Yahweh. You brothers have been seeing him for over 10 years. He's been standing here, he hasn't said a word, and you guys are not afraid. Even I get scared sometimes when I look at the brother. I'm like, this guy is not normal. He's been like this for over 10 years, unmoved. Concerning the ministry, he is even meant to be assigned to all of you, man. And he's from the tribe of Benjamin. One of the, what was the title that we put on the Benjamin tribe? The most rebellious. So if the most rebellious tribe has been able to produce an individual like this, an immovable, a confirmed and a verified man of Yahweh, you guys can do it as well. Because this guy should be one of the most unscrupulous people in all Israel. So if he can do it, that's gonna be the excuse for the Most High to bring the whiplash out in Shah season. So we can see what the Most High is doing. And they like to say Myanmar is not camp ready, but he understands the new wine. So that's another reason to strike you. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta understand what the Most High is doing here. And in most cases, our people always see things late. It happens all the time. Like I was talking with my wife this morning. There's a rapper called Tay Rock. He's a rap battler basically. When he goes on the stage and he's rapping, he says some crazy off the hook metaphoric shit. And then the crowd are so dumb they don't understand. Do you know what he says to them? Oh, do you want me to put it in subtitles or something? And then he puts it in subtitles. He uses the same line. He raps the same line, but he turns it around and simplifies it. Now everyone starts shouting, hey. And you know what he does? You know what he does? He tells them, you niggas are fucking stuck. And I like that guy because it's true. Our people are slow. You guys are slow, man. Okay? You're slow. You're not sharp, you're slow. Yes, brother, you okay?
Well, a number of weeks now, just kind of...
Yeah.
What you're going on with it, I mean, what you're talking about. Yeah.
Just listen, man.
I'm just listening, just tuning in.
Yeah, man, so brother, so today we're breaking down the tribe of Simeon. 12 tribes of Israel. Yeah, he might be a Simeon. And you know...
I'm telling you, mark my word, man. I mean,
he might be.
Bro, I'm telling you, you're going to see.
Yeah,
What's your
because...
name, brother?
My name is Dennis.
Dennis. Oh, right.
Are you into herbs?
Huh?
Are you into herbs?
Herbs, like what do you mean, eating herbs?
No, like, you know, you're Jamaican, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the root tonic.
Tonic.
The root tonic. You know, when you're mixing herbs and that, to a lot of Jamaican.
Yeah, to kind of...
They know about the herbs.
Yeah. I'm getting into that now because, you know, I know this westernized food is not good for you, you know what I mean? So, you get to find out, you know, you have to use from the ground, you know?
Yeah.
But
Food
you know,
from
one
the
of the
ground.
things that I speak obviously speaking to the Hebrew Israelites, I don't know what...
Now we're different.
Oh,
We're a different version of what you're seeing out there.
Oh, okay.
Because basically what they're teaching, we're not bashing what they're teaching, but they've got a lot of things wrong.
I see.
So we're here to bring clarity. Like, for instance, concerning the 12 tribes of Israel, they generalize the tribe of Judah to say American Negroes.
Okay.
But that's wrong. Why? Because the individuals that were taken from West Africa into America, you didn't know this guy was Judah, this guy was Levi.
Yes.
And also they took them from different parts of the continent.
Right, yes, that's right. Yeah.
So how do you now classify an individual that was taken from Nigeria and an individual that was taken from Ivory Coast as being from the tribe of Judah?
Right.
You can't do that. Yeah. So now what we're coming with is we're showing them that what? These characteristics of the tribe are subject to the individual based on the spirit of the tribe. Like for instance, the tribe of Simeon, which we're talking about today, they're known to deal with herbs.
All right.
You see what I'm saying? Like healer, you know, like Dr. Sebi.
Yeah.
Dr. Sebi was from the tribe of Simeon.
Right.
Why? Because he was what? He was teaching our people about the different plants that can heal the body. Yeah, you dropped a piece of paper.
Oh, thank you.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much all we're going into.
Okay, I hear that now.
Like for instance, the tribe of Naphtali. Have you heard of the tribe of Naphtali before?
Yeah.
Now notice, every time the brothers are teaching in America, they always talk about the tribe of Judah.
Yeah.
They always talk about the tribe of Benjamin. They might talk about Gad and Issachar.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard them talk about Naphtali before?
No.
Thank you.
I've listened to
Right, but have you ever heard any tribe, hey brother, you know you're from the tribe of Naphtali, have you ever heard about them talk, even Zebulon, have you heard them talk about Zebulon before? Have you heard them talk about the tribe of Manasseh before? They always keep it down to Judah. So that shows you these guys are babes. But the problem is, because they got such a big following, and we're like a small church, you know, it's like they're not going to listen. And that's how Moses was. Moses was small, and the congregation was what? Big. That's why they were always challenging him.
Yeah, that's right.
Because he was small.
Yeah.
So that's the position we're in right now. You understand?
Well, I was in, you know, the young lady who got killed in Croydon.
Yeah.
I was down there and I saw some Hebrew Israelites. I don't know exactly where they're from. But, you know, once again, I mentioned, but the Bible says that we must be born again. And that salvation is not just for black people, not just for Africans, but, you know, the Bible says that Jesus died for the whole world.
Yeah.
And what is your take on that?
Right, so my take on that, the reason why the Most High, God, I don't know what name you call it, but his name is Yahweh. So the reason why the Most High God put the Spirit on the authors to write world is because the Israelites look like all the nations of people. You understand? Like for instance, if you go to China, the tribe of Reuben are in China. That's why sometimes when you see dance videos, you know, like even artists like Chris Brown, he's from the tribe of Reuben. Why? Because Reubenites were known to be good with using their waist. That's why Reuben went to what? Sleep with his father's wife. Because that's what Reuben was known for. He was a sexual guy. That's why when you see the Reubenites, they're always dancing with the waist. That's what Chris Brown does. Right. Now, every time you see Chris Brown's videos, have you noticed you always see a Chinese or Asian looking guy in there?
No, not me. I don't really study that. I don't watch.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you watch his videos, you watch his dances, the people that he dances with in his videos, he's always got an Asian guy in there. Every time you go to the barber shop, you always see there's an Asian guy there. They're either doing the nails or they're trying to sell you DVD. So these are how we find out the tribe, because the tribe of Reuben are mostly into dancing. They're mostly into UFC, and they're barbers, because Reuben was what? The head son. So he's gonna cut your hair, your head. That's why the barbers, most of the barbers are Reubenites. Because when you go there, you know, they'll tell you what's going on in the news, you know, or they'll show you the game.
Like if you're doing a particular,
a particular, it will translate into that.
I see.
Right, and also the tribe of Reuben took over what? The land of the people we call the Chinese today. That's why every time you see them, they're always around Chinese people or Japanese people. Right, it's spiritually discerned. And that's why they do the UFC. Like a lot of them are in Brazil. They do jiu-jitsu. You know, that shows you that what? Those are the Reubenites, because the Chinese are known to do the martial arts and stuff. So why are the brothers doing that? Because they took over their land. So that's how we spiritually discern these things. You get where I'm going with it? So we're not just talking, we're actually showing you real-time practicalities, how you can find the different tribes.
So how would you think about?
So when it said world, preach it into all the world, that is correct. But the reason why it said that is because the Israelites, you can't just look at a man and say you're an Israelite. That's why you can't say black people are Israelites. That's wrong. That's completely wrong. Because I know people that are whiter than snow, that are of our stock. Like for instance, a lot of these so-called travelers, the gypsy people that like to fight, they're our people. They've just been displaced. Because we're talking about thousands of years of mixing. That's why you can't go based on that. It even says God doesn't look at the outward appearance of a man. You need to check the spirit, bro. Look, one of my really good friends from Cambridge, he's a so-called white man or white boy or whatever you want to call him. He's one of the best people I know. He eats our food, he listens to our music, he walks like us, he does everything. You can't fake something like that. The same way a cheetah cannot fake roaring like a lion. Because what? The lion is always going to have that spirit. Even if you mix the lion with something else, he's still going to have that roar. Because it's what? Spiritual. It's the spirit that determines the nation of the person. So that world thing stands because the Israelites are among all the nations. So every nation has to hear the gospel, and then through the spirit of that gospel, it will now begin to sift out the Israelites that are among the other nations, because they're the only people that will resonate with the word. Like for instance, when you go to America, in the South, in America, USA, in the South, there's a lot of so-called white people there that are devoted Christians. They know the Bible even better than so-called black people. Are you trying to tell me those people are not our people? We are the only people that connect with that. And I know white people that when you tell them about the Bible, they're confused. They're like, huh? They don't know what that is. Those are not our people. This is how we come together, through the words.
So that means, based on what you're saying, you think that, you know, some people put their trust in Christ, they become born again. They're born again by the Spirit of God.
No, that's not what he's saying. What he's saying is the fact that the reason why that term world was written in the Bible, the Spirit was put on whoever wrote it, because how people are scattered all over the place. Because of the mixing, right? You will see a guy, a Scottish guy, for example, or his spirit bear witness that he's an Israelite, right? So That's that word, because when you read Isaiah 45 and 17, you say Israel dwells without end. So that means that we're all over the place.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that just anybody can find salvation. When you read Acts 5, I don't know what you say, that salvation, Yahweh came for the repentance of Israel.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
In Matthew 1 as well, it shows that when the prophecy Yahweh, it says that Jesus was going to come for his people, deliver his people.
Yeah.
So it's about his people.
Yeah, but we understand that obviously salvation goes out to the Gentiles and
the Gentiles. You have to understand as well the Gentiles.
Yeah, I've got a quick scripture here. I don't want to. We're not really a camp that likes to bash people. We're reasonable. But I just want to read something and listen to what it says. This is John chapter 10, verse 16. It says, and other sheep, meaning they don't look like these people, they don't behave like these people. When you see them, you might mistake them and say, that's not our people. Because you know how our people are.
Yeah.
They go with black or white.
Yeah.
But that's just a deception. Because a white woman could be one of us. Her form, like Rio Ferdinand, if you see his children, they look like white people.
Yeah.
Ryan Giggs, he looks like a white man, but his dad is one of us. So how are you going to classify him then?
Yeah.
So our people need to grow from that kindergarten state of reality. But let me carry on the precept. So John chapter 10 verse 16, this is what who they call Jesus Christ speaking. He said, and other sheep I have, which are not of this fold, them also I must bring. You see that? And they shall hear my voice. That goes back to the word. That's why we're saying, forget what these people are saying about you so-called white man or the devil, you so-called child. That's bullshit. The word is gonna show us who is who. The word is like a diamond tester. The word is like, anyone can be wearing jewelry. How do you find out if that's real? Diamond tester, what you gotta do is just touch it. And then when it beeps, you know that's real or it's fake. So the word is gonna show us who is who. And that's what we're doing. You see what I'm saying? So we don't care about all of that madness that they're teaching. That they're just entry level guys. Anyone can get a camera and have a group of men follow him and teach some BS. You see what I'm trying to say? The Lord ain't dealing with that. Even Gideon, when he went to battle, the Lord told him, cut the number down. There's too many people, man. The Most High don't like a crowd.
100%,
When you read Amos, which is Isaiah, he said he hideth in himself. Surely thou art a power that hidest thyself. The Most High don't like to be seen of men. You know? Yeah. That's why even when Moses said, I want to see you, he showed his back to him. He doesn't like to be seen. You know?
But that's what I mean. That's basically, I go to a church in Vauxhall. I basically obviously teach up people. You must, Jesus said you must be born again. Right. The Spirit. Right. I mean, so it doesn't matter where you come from in the world. It doesn't matter. Whether Jew or Gentile.
But the Gentile, what he's saying that the Gentile is Israelite. But what happens is that there's something called Hellenization. When the Greek of ancient time took over our people, they Hellenized them, meaning basically they made them not follow the custom like circumcision, keeping of the law, the Shabbat time, everything. So, in the end, they became like Greek, they became like Gentile. So they were Gentile in a state of mind, they were Gentile in a way to did things, but in blood, they were Israelites.
That's right.
So the conclusion of the matter is salvation is for the Israelites, but don't judge a book by its cover. Just because you see someone that is appeared to be a Caucasian, it doesn't mean that it's not an Israelite. So now you need to be spiritual to understand those things. But salvation is not for other nations.
No, it's not.
It's not for other nations.
So they can't be saved.
They can't be saved, but salvation can come with degrees. When the kingdom is established, they will serve us. That will be the salvation. So that's why in Micah 4, it tells you, he says that Micah 4 and 2, he says, the other nation, the heathen, he says, let's go to Jerusalem, let's go to the Israelite and learn the ways. So that means that when we run, when we in control, they're going to do everything according to us, according to the word, according to the Bible. They will serve us. They will try to be like us. that will be the salvation.
But the problem is only that Paul was sent to the Gentiles.
But that's what I'm trying to say to you. Yeah. There's a precept in I believe John 7:35. It says they were asking themselves within when Yahweh when Jesus was about to die, they were like, will he go to the Gentile and teach? Yes, bring it out, man. We're gonna see the Gentile things.
Based on what he said, the salvation for the other nations will come in a form of servitude to the Israelites. Right. So Isaiah chapter 2 verse 2. And I know you're going to say it's the Old Testament, but what you got to remember, prophecy is valid. Yeah. Right. So Isaiah chapter 2 verse 2, it says, and it shall come to pass in the last days. So that shows you this is the last days. In the last days, that the mountain of the Lord's house. So it shows you the Lord has a house, which is the Israelites. That's his building. Okay. The Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains. That's why his house is at the bottom now. So now he's going to raise his house up and put it on top. Because if you look around, anywhere you go all around the world, the reason why the Hebrews in America say the so-called blacks are the Israelites is because black people are at the bottom. That's why they say that. But the confusion is between those Greeks that you're reading about in Acts. Those were Israelites that went into Europe and conquered Europe and became Gentiles. You understand? Just like us, we're in England today. I find a white gal, read him up. 4 generation time, my seed line become Gentile. That's why Paul was sent to them, because Paul was on a higher level and you could see our people are amongst these guys. So I can't go and be biased and say, you're white, you're black. That's like a child. Let me be spiritual and preach to all nations. The spirit which is in these words is going to sift out those who are our people. I mean, but let me finish this. Right, so it says the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains. Now, in order for you to be established at the top, it means you have to be at the bottom. Now, the people that are calling themselves Israelites, they're at the top. The so-called Jewish people, they even destroying Palestine. They got bombs, missiles. These people are at the top. So how are they going to fulfill this prophecy? In order for you to be put at the top, it means you have to have been at the bottom for you to be elevated to the top. And it's talking about the last days as well. So this is going to happen in future time. Right, so it says, it shall be established at the top of the mountains and shall be exalted above the hills. It says, and all nations. That's talking about all the nations that you're talking about, like the other nations, the different, like the Chinaman. All nations, okay, shall flow onto it. So they're going to be coming to us. That's why when you read Isaiah 14, it says they will come to us and we will take them. They will cleave onto us because we're going to be powerful. We're going to be elevated at the top. Everyone wants to get to the mountain peak. That's why, you know, the heathens go hiking. They want to get to the peak and put the flag there and take a picture. So we're going to be at the top and everyone, we're going to be looking down at everyone and everyone's going to be coming up to us like that. That's all we're teaching.
No, I hear what you're saying. Because but the main thing is that when we look at when Jesus, when we came to Jesus, he said, my son, and he said, I'm coming for like the nation.
Came for the Israelites.
And, you know, it's wrong for me to give the food
of the dogs,
And he says, and you know, she said, you know, but even dogs come from Master's table. It's great, it's your faith. And he hears that. Now, you understand that Jesus, that was like a object lesson. It's like saying that, you know, salvation is not only for the Gentiles, because the Bible says also that there's no longer Greek, no male or female, but we are all one.
We're all one, yeah.
Christ,
right. The reason why it says that, one thing you got to remember as well, Apostle Paul, he basically had the hardest job out of all the apostles, because he had to teach Israelites and Israelites that look like the other nations. So he had to come across as not being biased. Right, so he could sift out those who were our people.
So he said he was looking for Jewish people.
Of course. Now, he was looking for the Jews among the Greeks. There's a precept on that. But he was so intelligent to understand, look, I can't come to them and do the black and white thing. So let me generalize it. And the Spirit of the Lord will what? Sift out those look like what? The spirit of the word. Like for instance, Cornelius. Peter called him uncircumcised and unclean. And the Lord said, how can you say that, man? How can you call what I have cleaned unclean? Because Peter didn't understand that we had Israelites that were among the Romans.
But I mean, I understand what you're saying. I mean, it might be very difficult to trace a Roman that
That's what the Bible says in John 8 and 16. And he say, Romans 8 or 16 or whatever, he say, and the Spirit of the Lord will bear witness to our spirit that we are the children of God. So that means that you see some people, and through the way they dance, what they eat, some of the women, their shape and their spirit, they're like us. They may be white, they may be Caucasian, but they're like us. So the spirit bear witness. So that's how you know who's who. It's spiritual as well, so we know.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I think in a way you're kind of saying that they are Jewish people among the
Israelites.
Israelites in the world. But the Bible does say you must be born again. That if you are, and also the Bible does say a true Jew is one inwardly. So that is.
So what it is to be born again?
You're born again. You have to be born again in the way of the Spirit of God. Change your heart, change your mind.
How does it change your mind? How does it change your?
Because it gives you a new heart.
How do you become a new creature? How do you
become a new creature? Based on what the Spirit of God does. Because if you humble yourself and repent and you turn to Christ.
How do you repent?
You give your basically sorrow.
You turn away from the sin, right? So what is sin? What is sin?
Sin is anything disobedient against God.
Sin is the transgression of sin. Sin is the transgression of the law. So for you to be born again, you have to start following the law. Because you have to start following the law again.
Nobody can fulfill the law.
No, but you have to. That's what in Judges 5 and 11. No, hold on. This is how you're born again. Judges 5 and 11 it says, you must rehearse the righteous acts. So that means, yes, you can't keep the law 100%, but you have to try. Like, for example, not eating pork is not difficult. Not eating pork. Not eating pork is not. You were saying earlier that you check it now to change it. Bring it out, man. Bring it out.
Right, so you mentioned Apostle Paul, right? Yeah. Listen to what Apostle Paul said concerning the law. Because there's a big misconception that the law doesn't have to be kept anymore because we're under the grace. But one thing you got to remember about grace, grace just means a time period to get your shit together. Like for instance, if you don't complete an assignment at a given date, the lecturer will say, look, I know you didn't complete it, but I'm not going to disqualify you. I'm going to give you time to get right. And every time you trespass, I'm not going to, like for instance, if you commit adultery, back in the old time, we're supposed to kill you. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a chance to turn from that. But if you don't turn, then I'm going to come and get you. So check this out. So Romans chapter 3 verse 31. Apostle Paul, the guy who people are using to say you're not supposed to keep the law. Look at what he said.
Yeah, I don't believe you're supposed to keep the law in terms of...
Yeah, but hang on, let me read it. Romans chapter 3 verse 31. Do we then make void the law through faith? That's like grace. Faith in who you call him Jesus, right? So do we then make void the law because the Messiah said, you know, now the law is done away with? That's not what he even said. Because when you read Matthew 5:17, he said anyone who teaches that the law is done away with in the kingdom, you're going to be small. So check this out. Romans 3:31. Do we then make void the law through faith? It says, God forbid. God forbid. That's what he said, you know. He said, yea, we establish the law. You see that? So the thing with Paul as well, he was from the tribe of Benjamin. When you read about Paul, he was from the tribe of Benjamin. Now if you go, that's why you got to know the history of the tribes. That's what we're doing. We're teaching them about the tribe.
I hear that.
So hang on. The tribe of Benjamin were known to be the most disruptive tribe in all Israel. That's why the Lord set up Apostle Paul to be a stumbling block for the Israelites that like to play games, silly games with the Most High. That's how he's going to use to trip them up. Because when you read Jeremiah 6:24, the Lord said he will set stumbling blocks to trip them up, because they keep playing games with his law. So now he answer a fool according to his folly. Proverbs 26 and 4. So now he's now going to play games with them. Set up a guy like Apostle Paul, who it seems like he's saying one thing, but he's meaning another, so he can trip up those who he's meant to get. And he even tells you that in 2 Thessalonians. It says, with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish. And for this reason, God will give them a strong delusion so they can believe a lie. So Apostle Paul was just established just to catch out people the Lord wants to deal with.
Again, I was going to say, the point that I'm making is that salvation is for the whole world. You're not just localize the world like you do of Israel.
You're not getting the whole thing.
What I mean, bro, because once again,
You're not getting the whole thing. We explained to you what it was.
hold on a minute.
They've lied.
The reason why I'm kind of highlighting lying for a while. I got the scripture here, and it says, talks about whereby it says that they've got a cultivating tree, whereby the Gentiles were engrafted in that tree. And then, as time goes on, when the fullness of the Gentiles come in, then the Jewish nation will basically be divided from the Gentiles. With the Jewish people today, they know that the Gentiles were called by God because we promote the gospel more than even the Jewish nation.
Yeah, but the reason why we promote the gospel more than them is because we are the actual people.
No, but it's not everybody. It's not everybody that is part of, in terms of spiritual Israel or physical Israel, that are Christian. It's not everybody.
Yeah, but then again, we just read to you that we are the most connected to the Father. He's in us and we are in Him. So the reason why our people are the most advocates of the word is because we are those people that you're reading in the Bible. But what happened was we was playing silly games. So what the Most High did was, time ago, I'm talking thousands of years ago, He took the priests from the land into Europe. They started an empire that was called the Roman Empire with some other tribes like Issachar and Judah. And then over time, they came back to Africa to colonize it, and that's when you had that Roman period and Hellenist period. But those were just our people that the Lord took away. He took all the mighty men away as well. Like Moses, Aaron's line, Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar, what do you think he was? Was he a Gentile? According to what you know.
According to what I know,
Right, now listen to this. You do know that Julius goes back to Judah. The term Julius is basically saying Jew.
How do you...
No, Julius is Jew.
How do you establish that though?
Yeah, Jew, Leos. The Leos is just like an additive. Jew. He was an Israelite.
Well, you say how do we establish that? The history proved us. I had a bit of lesson on that. History proved to us that Julius Caesar was a Jew. He was a black guy. He was a Jew. He wasn't a white guy.
So
let me just make another point. Who established taxation?
Was it? I'm guessing, but once again, I think it was Julius Caesar.
It was Julius Caesar. Now, when you go in the Bible, who collects the taxes?
In the Bible?
Yes.
Romans.
It's the Levites.
Levites.
So how did they come up with the idea of taxation? Because Julius Caesar was a Levite. He was just a Levite.
Was he a man? Would you say Julius Caesar is a man of God then?
He was an Israelite by bloodline. But the Lord had taken him away from the continent a long time ago. Because the people refused to keep the laws. So what he did was he destroyed the temple. He made Jeremiah hide the Ark of the Covenant in a cave somewhere in Uganda, and then he just took all his Levites away. That's what he did, because our people didn't want to keep the law. So he said, because remember, he wanted to destroy the nation, and Moses said, no, don't do it. Because Moses was what? The mediator, to calm him down. Moses represents water. The Heavenly Father is a consuming fire. So every time he heats up, Moses cools him down. So Moses said, don't kill them. He said, I want to make a mighty nation out of you.
Yeah. And they,
So he did that
Yeah.
because what he did was he took Julius Caesar, who was Moses' brother, Aaron reincarnated, took him into Europe, started a whole nation, a whole different bloodline and everything. He brought them back to come and colonize the people and to bring them under laws.
Yeah. So we got.
That's the Roman
Before we go
Empire.
through that, because I want to kind of just speak to you about reincarnation in a second.
Right.
But even the scripture says Romans 11:25 says
Okay, brother, you know what?
If you come
I'll let you do this last one, but what I want to say is, today we're teaching about the tribe of Simeon.
Yeah.
So if you come at another time, maybe we could go into other topics,
Yeah, okay,
but
no.
we got to finish this lesson
Do you want to channel?
about the tribe.
We got a channel. Do you want a channel so you can learn something?
Because the
Yeah,
main thing that you, the main thing that you need to take from all this, you need to know your tribe. That's all we got to tell you.
Yeah, I mean the only thing I was saying, but I was saying about what Paul is saying that olive tree is
All right, let me read.
Yeah, let me finish.
divided of many different nations. It's not just one. It's not just one. Yes, all who come to Christ, all who are born again are spiritual, but they're not natural. That's why there's so many different people from the Old Testament. There are different nations where they have. It's not from the tribe.
Right. You know why he said that?
Yeah.
You know why he said that?
Let
Let me give you an example.
Last point.
Right.
Is that so many people from Genesis to Revelation are not actual Jews, but by faith they trust in Yahweh, they trust in Jehovah, they trust in Jesus,
Right.
and become born again.
That's not how it works, brother. Let me read it in Jeremiah 2:21. Yeah.
Okay,
Regarding the vine. Yeah. It says, "Yet I had planted thee a noble vine, holy a right seed. How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of the strange vine unto me?" So that means that when these people that were grafted back in were those Gentiles that went away from the law, that became Gentiles, that became heathen, that were grafted in. So when he speaks about vine in the Bible, it goes back to the Israelites. And also the point that you made about people, other nation coming into, when you read Psalm 100, and I forgot the psalm. He says that Israel, the Most High only dealt with Israel as far as the law and everything. He never dealt with other nations. Now, some nation came up. For example, the Jebusites, when we took over them, what did they do? They served us, just like they would serve us again in the kingdom.
Yeah.
So like I'll tell you about a degree of salvation.
Yeah.
Just because the heathen want to follow us into serving us doesn't mean that it was given to him. He's just following us. That's a degree of the salvation, which is the second degree.
Yeah.
The normal and original degree of salvation is meant only for the Israelites. That's what you need to understand.
What would the Bible say then in terms of there is therefore no more men, Jew, Gentile.
But that's
I
because,
just gave you the argument
yeah,
because he was speaking to an audience of a mixed multitude.
yeah.
That's what you say he didn't really mean it.
No. He meant he had to come across that way because he was speaking to a multitude of mixed Israelites.
I know, but that would be a little bit deceptive.
So how? Yeah, it could be deceptive, but then again, didn't David spit in his beard and pretend to be mad?
Yeah, that was.
Well, there you go. That was
right.
righteous. That was accounted to him for
Malaka,
righteousness.
even
Sometimes you go.
No,
Sometimes you gotta be like that.
Bro, Malaka, let me finish. When you read Act 5, it tells you, right, there was a controversy between the Christian and the Israelite. What he meant is that when you go to other nations, he means that, like you say, the Hellenist people were Israelite that became Gentile.
Right.
They weren't circumcised, they were living like pagans.
Right.
All right? And these are the ones that, when Paul went to, the one that the Jew that was keeping the law, they were like, wow, Paul, why are you going to these guys? These are degenerate vines. And he said, no, these are the children. Though they act like that, they are Israelites. So there were beef between, for example, there will be beef between the Nigerians that were born from Lagos came here and the dude with the born here, because the guy that born here, he speak proper English, he has his way, and the other guy, he doesn't speak proper English, and it's like, no, I don't want to deal with you. You're degenerate, you come from, you're fresh off the boat, you're FOB. That's what happened, but he dealt with the same people. So when you read the Bible next time in the New Testament, when you hear a Grecian Gentile. It's the same people, but there were one that know that an Israelite, and there's one that don't know is an Israel because he was born into a family that forgotten about the roots. Point blank period.
Once again, Bible does say again that it's not all Israel.
Of Israel.
Yeah,
there you go.
because he got wicked. Because he got wicked people.
That's right. So
in Israel.
God doesn't judge you based on your based on your race. He bases you on it's all about relationship.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're right there.
Yeah.
But why does he do that? Because he scattered us in the four corners.
Yeah, it's true. But at
So
the
we
same
can't
time-
be biased anymore.
But at the same time, if Jesus sent his disciples going
Into all the land because they were scattered in all the lands.
But he said preaching every preacher.
Yeah, because we are scattered amongst all of them.
Jesus, when you check Jesus' behavior and pattern and watching, he was speaking to the raving, people who are prostitutes, people who
But those
Yeah,
were
but they
Gentiles.
had to repent though, because Mary Magdalene was a prostitute, but she repented. There you go. So so just because she was a prostitute, it doesn't mean she carried on sucking other people up.
not at all.
She changed after he
changed, yeah,
rebuked
because
her,
that's what it
and
says.
also he had to
It says.
cast and deliver her. He says he delivered demons out of her.
That's right.
So you gotta go in depth,
Yeah,
man.
but as I'm saying, that generally we look at the message of the Bible saying yes, we must be born again. That is the crux of.
Well, you don't understand what born again can explain it to you. To be born again
I can show
is to
you.
keep your beard on, for example. We're gonna carry on.
You gotta do. You know
You're
what?
gonna have to study more.
The thing about being born again as well. Born or birth goes back to what? Being in the womb. It means a reset, going back to factory settings. So you need to forget everything you learned in church and go back to the laws.
well.
That's the only way you're going to find
But
your
why
way
do you
back.
even say that?
Because the Heavenly Father gave us the law first, before the action.
Yeah.
Even
But-
before the New
but-
Testament, hang on. Before the New Testament, you had the Old Testament, right?
Yeah.
So why would he give us the old? Why didn't he just give us the new? So that means you need to go back to the old before you can understand the new.
Yeah, that's what you need to do. You need to get back to
And
the
that's
old.
why we're teaching you your tribe. That is the very first thing you need to learn.
Yeah,
So forget about all these complicated breakdowns.
Yeah.
You're not going to get anywhere with this. Because
No,
look,
I hear what you're saying, but brother, I'm just saying that. Because once again, I admire you guys. I admire you guys.
Yeah.
Because once again, to stand here on Saturday morning in the cold, it's not easy. But once again, when I speak to the Hebrew Israelites, sometimes I speak to maybe Muslims and Mormons and so on and so forth. They've got similar doctrine. Not similar doctrine, but they've got the commitment is high. You know what I mean? But there's a little bit of issue with what you're preaching. Sometimes you're preaching things that are not firmly in the scripture. So if you're saying that, Jesus was reincarnated in another man,
wait, who was reincarnated?
Julius Caesar. You said Julius
Yeah.
reincarnated.
Yeah, you just got to watch, you got to watch the Apostle Matthew.
Right.
What does Matthew mean?
Matthew.
Yeah.
So you tell me.
You see that?
That's
what I'm
That's
saying.
what we say.
That's what I'm
Like, you gotta be on level.
Let me write it down.
You're big. You need to learn.
All right, hold on.
Now, hang on.
The channel.
What was
You need the channel.
Matthew's profession?
yeah.
What was Matthew's profession?
I want to show.
What was Matthew's profession?
Right. Matthew was a tax.
He was a taxman. All right. So check this out.
Yeah. Okay.
So Julius Caesar, right?
Yeah.
Julius Caesar. Now another word. What does Caesar mean? See, what does Caesar go back to? Caesar. The word Caesar.
Not sure.
Have you heard of a cesarean section before?
Oh yes.
What do they do in a C-section?
They opened the.
Right. So Caesar means what? Cut.
Okay. Does it?
Right.
All right.
Which tribe in Israel was cut off from all the other tribes?
All right. We should start off. I'm not sure.
The tribe of Levi.
Okay.
God removed them from the children of Israel and said, "This is my tribe."
What does the word Caesar mean? Let's check it out.
Caesar.
Yeah.
Julius Caesar. All right.
Yeah.
So that means severed Jew. That's what that means. Severed Jew.
Yeah. Okay.
Now Caesar established what? Taxation.
Right.
Jesus came, you call him Jesus, he came and he picked a tax collector
Right.
He knew the guy was a tax collector,
Yes,
but he
he
said,
did.
I want this guy.
Yeah.
Why did he pick the tax collector? Because he was the one who started the tax. He had just been reincarnated as the guy, the tax collector. That's why he picked him.
So
And also to finalize that, okay, Matthew goes back to tax.
Yeah.
Because matata, you don't understand the Hebrew, it's going to be complicated. But Matthew basically means tax. When you break the word down in Hebrew, it's matata, Yahweh. That means the taxation of the Most High. The Most High's tax man. Okay, because tax is just two X's. Tax, ta, and X. The T is like that, and then the X is like that. So it's two X's. X in Roman numerals is 10. So 2 10s equals what? 20. That's why you pay 20% tax. That goes back to Caesar. Now, the X, if you draw the X like this, and you put 2 circles underneath, what does that look like, brother?
Caesars.
Brother, come on!
Caesars.
That's a Caesars.
Okay.
That's Caesar.
Yeah, you could have drawn. Look at me, guys.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
That
High
is
learning.
Caesar.
It's high learning. It's high
No,
learning.
it's
So,
interesting. Everything what you're saying, brother.
High learning.
It's all here. Look, just
I'm
look
not
at
fighting
it.
I'm not fighting against what you're saying. I'm not fighting against it at all. But
So that's how. Now I'm just trying to explain how we came to that Julius Caesar thing.
now listen to this. The Bible says, it's pointing once from and once to die,
And then the judgment.
the judgment.
And then you come back and live out your judgment.
yeah, that's what it means. You don't die twice in one. You don't die twice in one living. I mean, in your life, you don't die twice. But you come back. You come back. We can prove it to you, man.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Now let me help you understand where you're going. I know where you're going with this, but let me help you understand. Let me help you. You know the materials from the earth, gold, diamond, silver. Can you displace it? Can you make it disappear? You can melt it. You can remold it. Can you make it disappear? It's a hard material, right? Now the greatest modification that the Most High ever created was man. How can you think man can be displaced? The scripture tells you there's no end of the people. That's where the whole term cycle comes from. We keep coming back. It's infinite. Because God, when you break down his name, Yahweh, it goes back to infinite, which is 8.
Yeah.
He's an infinite power. So that means everything he created, he's infinite. It never dies.
Yeah, but the Bible does say the point of man once to die, but after judgment.
Yeah, because you can't die twice.
Okay.
You can only die once.
You can down, but you come back. Can I read you through something?
Alright, so you're saying that this man, Julius Caesar,
Right.
he
He came back. We've all been here before. You've been here before.
Right, but how is God going to judge me on my life from being here before many times?
Okay,
You're
simple,
living out your
simple,
judgment from your previous life.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've got a precept on that.
The life that we lived there.
Yeah, that you when you came 300 to 400 years ago,
Can I read it, Malaka?
you're basically paying for what you did back
I've got a
then.
precept. Can I read it?
Yeah.
Can I read a precept?
Yeah, you can. One minute.
Yeah.
Saying that when on judgment day, the Bible says, every knee shall bow.
Brother, we are going to be judging. That judgment day that you're reading
Right,
about,
that's
Revelations 2:27,
Yeah.
you get it. We are going to be judging.
Get it,
Look,
get it.
there's a book in the Bible called, there's a book in the Bible called what?
Your point, brother.
Judges.
Yeah. True, brother.
Who was in that book of Judges?
Let me finish my point.
The nation of Israel.
No, let me just finish my point. I'm just saying that the Bible says that the world has been in front of who? Jesus Christ. And Jesus is the judge. The Father says,
But Jesus said joint heirs. There's going to be people with him. He's not going to do it by himself.
That's why I argue. It's going to be a tower.
Yeah, brother, we're going to be arguing for long.
We will. Look, I've been in the street. We've been in the street for longer. I dealt with
We've had these
every
conversations
Saturday,
already.
and I'm moving on to some level. I don't mind.
The level we're on right now, we shouldn't even be
I know
having
where it's
petty
going.
conversations.
No, I
Bro,
don't know.
Malaka,
Have you noticed, yeah,
gonna
how
go.
quiet this brother has
Yeah,
been?
this is
Why do you think he's so quiet? He's tired of this.
So,
Of course, man. Come on.
because what
Brother, look, you don't even know what's on here. This is some serious info.
That's the reason why.
That's why, look, we're trying to speed you up.
Yeah.
We can see that you're lacking behind.
I'm just saying, you can say that, but I'm saying.
But it's true.
I
Look, you don't need to have your beard on.
Brother,
That's like a basic thing to do.
are saying that I got to be.
I'm not trying to frustrate.
No, but
disrespect you. I'm not disrespecting.
You're not making me finish my point.
Okay, finish it.
You're saying unless I got a beard, I'm not choosing.
No. Never said that. We're saying it's one of the least commandments. So if you can't keep the least commandment,
You're for 5 years. I mean, 5 years, they ain't gonna
If I
change.
decide to shave off the size of my beard, I got a little beard here.
yeah. No,
That
you're
I'm
not.
not-
There's
I'm
a
not-
precept that says you're not meant to mar the corners of your beard.
That is the Old Testament.
You can trim it down.
But the Old Testament is still okay. So let me ask you a question. We carry on because I'm getting a bit.
No,
Hold on. If you say that the law, if you say that, are you married? I will keep it real. You're married. If I wanna, sorry about that. I'm not disrespecting you. Hold on. If I wanna fuck your wife, hold on. If I wanna fuck your, hold on. Let me finish. I'm not disrespecting you. I'm just I'm making. Let me finish my point, bro. Look, you saying that we are under the Old Testament. My point is this: if I want to fuck your wife, yeah, would that be right?
No.
So isn't that part of the law in the Old Testament? All right, it says you shouldn't have sex with someone else's wife. It's adultery. So if you feel some type of way when I say that, no. You will feel some type of way if I fuck your wife.
Yeah.
You don't want to kill me. No. You know why? Because it's lawful for you to try to kill me. But the Bible says that you're not supposed to touch another man's wife. That's because it's part of the law. So you find out the law. So you could find out the law. So that means the law is still staying. And the brother
pay tithe.
Yeah, I pay my. I don't pay tithes.
No, but you pay.
You pay something in the church, innit?
Well, I think I left offering or
Okay, yeah, that's tithing.
That's tithing.
Yeah, so hang on.
No,
Where
it's
did
tithing.
okay, so where did the idea of giving money in church come from?
You might come from the Old Testament.
It came from. So
why are you exactly?
I'm fighting against
Come on
So
now.
why, no, you fighting against it because you clearly say when we say, and I know where it's going already, and we're gonna stop. You know, when I say, I know what I'm doing. You know, I've been here. I'm seasoned. Look, I did on purpose. I know it's gonna trigger you. I say. He triggered you clearly because right now, okay, you know why? Because you say 1 minute you say that the law, you don't have no problem with the law, but when I say keep your beard, it's like your Old Testament.
Okay,
so which one is
your
it?
beard is different from this young man's beard.
No, he's
Yeah, but we could tell you can grow a full one though.
yeah, you can grow it. So grow it then.
I do grow
Because it's biblical growing. The Bible says that a man should have his beard on fully.
And also, you're not meant to shave the sides.
Yeah.
Right, so
You can trim it down
Right.
if it's too puffy,
Yeah.
like Aaron's beard.
No.
You know, if it's too, you
God
can trim it
designed
down,
you.
but you're not supposed
God
to.
designed you that you can design yourself. He might have locks, you might have locks. He hasn't got no locks. Man can design and choose themselves how they want.
All within the parameters of the law.
That's fine, that's fine.
Free now. That's pretty
Yeah, brother, we need to get back to this.
13 or 9 or 10. Let him
Come on.
let him hear. So
Exactly.
you have to
You have to listen, man.
But the main thing is that you are saying to me, I should have a beard. And I'm saying to you, the Bible says you must be born again. That's the good part. This one. You can say to yourself, alright then maybe.
Oh, that's it.
Jesus born again. Then that's what we should teach. We should be born again for one.
To be born again, to keep the law. To keep the law.
One with the law. The Bible says, Jesus said you must be born again.
Let's go.
Last.
Let him just land.
I'm just gonna land it. But thanks for your time. I do appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you coming out, bro. I appreciate you coming out.
There's no argument, no hard feelings.
No, man.
No.
Come on, man.
So that's what
Just
I'm
carry
trying to
on.
say. That even as I said, Ezekiel says that Ezekiel says that the Spirit of God will wash us clean. Our language is different. You're not going to speak and say certain things. It's not going to come out of your mouth because you are born again. You're not going to look at certain things because you are born again of the Spirit of God. And it's not just for black people. As in,
For everybody,
grace,
yeah.
For all the nation,
Yeah.
So for you, everyone will be saved, yeah?
Not everyone will be saved. Not everyone will be saved. But everybody will be saved.
All right.
Shout it.
All right,
Brother, take care, yeah?
Yes, brother, yeah?
Take care.
Right, so get Genesis chapter 29 verse 33. Genesis 29 33. Yeah, let's just carry on. It is what it is.
But the little is good, man, because I haven't done that for a long time, so kind of like, we do that every Saturday, man.
Genesis 29 33. Been there, done there.
Exactly.
Been there, done there.
Moving on, man. That's how you know that, bro. It's going to be hard, man. It's going to be hard for sure.
Hey, we're struggling with brothers with this new wine.
Yeah.
Bro, brothers are clashing heads with us for the new wine. Carry on, bro.
Alright. So this is Genesis chapter 29, verse 33. And she conceived again and bare a son, and said, because the Lord have heard.
Because the what?
Because the Lord have heard.
So Simeon Shama Iwana means heard. Okay. Because what? She was the hated wife. And she was sighing and crying unto the Lord, Lord, why does my husband not love me? I've given him a Reubenite son, mighty son like that, but he still doesn't love me, Lord. So she had the plague of the heart. Her heart was hurting, man. You know? And Simeon is what? The healer of the nation. That's why the Most High sent her a healer. Sure. Because she was hurting, man, inside. Because that's what and that's what Simeonites do when you go to them for therapy. Why do you go to the therapy session? Because you need to heal. Like you women that get your heart broken by these retarded men out here, okay? Yeah, because a lot of these guys, they're retarded, man. That's one retarded guy going there. See that? So we sympathize with the sisters. We know you're dealing with a bunch of knuckle-headed sons of bitches, man. All right? That's why we go and take our time with you sisters and we go teach you. Because we understand these guys, they ain't worth a nickel or a dime. Okay? And you saw how the guy was going back and forth, you know, we're trying to give him some new wine. He's telling us about Gentiles and all that BS, bro. We passed that stage.
That's my how we broke it down for him. He wouldn't even get it. So
nobody even, the Arabs don't care about you. The Chinese don't care about you. But you want to bring them in. The Arab guy got a daughter with a big behind, a pretty smile, well dressed. He would never give that to you and say, take it. He would never give it to you. But you set up a shop and you take what you got. And then, but yet the Most High has given us our little thing, which really is the biggest thing in the world. So you want to share it with everyone else. But if your brother wanted a piece of it, you say no. That's mad! That's mad, bro. You guys are sick in the head, you know. Anyway, carry on, Malaka.
Because the Lord have heard that I was hated.
That I was what?
That I was hated.
That I was what?
That I was hated.
Yeah, because Jacob hated, you know, he didn't like Leah, man, because he felt like, you know, Laban tricked him for, you know, into that marriage. But it was really the Heavenly Father because what? He means well for Jacob. He means well. Sometimes the Most High got to trick you into something. Just like he said, oh, it seems like Apostle Paul was being tricky. Well, how else was he going to deliver the ministry to them? You see, the same way the Most High tricked Jacob into marrying Leah, that's the same way Apostle Paul tricked the people into believing into the gospel. How else was he going to go and deliver a message to a mixed multitude? Of course he's going to say there's neither Greek nor Jew. Because he has to make them feel comfortable like they belong so they can receive the word. Right. These guys don't understand that the gospel is full of psychology as well, you know.
Right. And then with literature is deep as hell, man.
The gospel
that's
is
the brother.
full of psychology. Wait, which brother is that?
The brother, he's an instructor, and the brother that came here, he's a
driving instructor.
He came to try and instruct us.
Hey, driving instructor. That could be Simeon, innit?
Driving instructor. We gonna. His name is Dennis. We gonna consult. We gonna consult the oracle on that one.
Yeah,
man.
because it's like he's counseling you while you're driving.
Yeah. We gonna.
He's like, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do this. We gonna see,
that's
man.
That's the stop sign.
We gonna see. We're gonna see, bro. We're gonna see. That's powerful, you know.
Yeah.
Every day we do a lesson. Someone has to come here. We're gonna see on that one.
Yeah, carry on.
Because the Lord have heard that I was hated, he hath therefore given me this son.
There you go.
Also.
Right. So that was the therapy right there. Because there was no one to comfort her. So the Most High sent her the most comforting son. Spiritually and physically. Simeon will comfort you. Because a lot of you women, when you get your heart broken by these retards, you go and see Simeon. And you say, oh, my husband doesn't love me. What do I have to do? And then Simeon will be like, okay, you need to do this, do that. Make sure you put that inside his food when he's eating. Come on, you women know you be creeping around. You be creeping around, man. That's Simeon right there. That's helping you to get back right with your your husband.
And she called his name Simeon.
And she what?
And she called his name Simeon.
There you go, man. And Simeon means heard, so that means Simeon listens to your problems. Right. He's a counselor. Okay? Right, so it says, so Leah brings forth the second patriarch, Simeon, and begins to exclaim on how the Lord soothes her woes of being hated with the arrival of Simeon, which can be spiritually discerned in various ways. Firstly, this goes into how Simeon healed Leah from the plague of the heart. Because the plague of the heart is one of the worstest things you can go through. Because, you know, she was the black sheep in the family. So even every time she sees her husband, her heart will start beating fast. She's like, oh, he doesn't like me. Every time, you know, it's time for food and she's going for her own, she has to be careful. She has to be tiptoeing around the house because she's the hated wife. So that causes a plague of the heart. Her blood pressure was high, man. So who can bring that blood pressure down? Makes perfect sense. Yeah. You know? So it says, Leah brings forth the second patriarch, Simeon, and begins to exclaim on how the Lord soothes her woes of being hated with the arrival of Simeon, which can be spiritually discerned in various ways. Firstly, this goes into how Simeon healed Leah from the plague of the heart by bringing her peace of mind, as being hated by your husband is the highest form of stress a woman can experience. Yeah. Especially during that time period. Because back in those days, your husband was like your bread and butter. He was everything to you. So imagine a guy that means everything to you doesn't like you. That is some serious stress. You know? That will make you doubt yourself in so many ways as well. So Leah was doing a lot of crying, man. You know? She was broken, man. You know? Right, so get Ecclesiasticus 25 and 13, Malachi. Ecclesiasticus 25 and 13. Yeah, man, Leah was wicked, man.
Good. That's in a pocket, isn't it?
Yeah, pocket.
Let's go in the pocket.
Yeah. So yeah, man, that brother wasn't gonna get it, man. I know a lot of brothers are gonna watch it and say, oh, you see, they got no patience with brothers. It's not that we ain't got no patience.
1 hour with a brother. 1 hour with a brother.
We gotta move on, bro. Come on, man.
I just want to be about, oh, let me bring out a precept. Precept, look. Look. This spiritual discerning is way better than knowing precepts. Because you can be the precept king, but you don't have no spiritual discernment, man. You're stuck. Alright?
Ecclesiasticus 25.
Move on. We gotta grow.
Ecclesiasticus 25 and 13.
We gotta grow.
Yeah. You gotta move on, bro. And it's funny because Idana Mawana was telling me, oh, you know, we wandered in the wilderness for 40 years, you know. As if he's subliminally trying to tell me I'm wasting time. If anything, I want to go faster than you, bro. You're slowing down. To be honest, you're not even in the race anymore. You're off the rails.
All right.
He abandoned the race, man. He was like, nah, man, fuck this shit.
He abandoned ship.
Because he thought he was going to run a 100-meter sprint like Naphtali. That's why he left with Naphtali and Zebulun. Because he wanted to run the 100 meters. But the Most High said, this is a 5K. And he was like, huh? I don't want to do no 5K. So he's gone, man.
So this is Ecclesiasticus.
And right now, the only way back for Idana Mawana, he has to become a cheerleader. Because basically, if you can't run the race, what you do is you give refreshment to the guys that are running the race. So that's your job, Idana Mawana. You have to give refreshments, man. Just like back in the days when he came as Joseph, he gave the food to the tribes. It's the same thing, you know. That's how you go. So you go and be our cheerleader. That's your job. You are going to be the cheerleader while we run this race. Because Ephraim has the energy, man. So we need you guys to cheerlead, man. Because I was watching the Ephraimites dance before I came, and I could see they got energy, bro. So you guys need to, you're going to be the cheerleaders, man. All right? Carry on, my brother.
All right. This is Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25, verse 13. Give me any plague, but the plague of the heart.
Give me what?
Give me any plague, but the plague of the heart.
Yeah.
and any wickedness, but the wickedness of a woman.
See that? That goes hand in hand with the wickedness of a woman. So that goes to show you the plague of the heart was what Leah was suffering from, man. Because the plague of the heart makes a woman become wicked. The reason why a lot of these women are wicked, for you dumb niggas out there that keep cursing them out, because you yourself, you got a beam in your eye, but you're looking at the mote in your sister's eye and you're pointing the finger. But the reason why the sister is like that is because you are being a bitch-ass nigga.
Because you know Jake's saying right now, stay away from Eve, stay away from the black woman, but we did that to them. We did that, but they are an extension. That's what the Bible says, the woman is the wickedness, the nakedness. That means she is an extension of you. So if she's destroyed, we did it, man. We have to be accountable. I always say that. We have to be accountable.
We ain't staying away from Eve, man. Just because you niggas don't want to, that don't mean that we gonna stay. Who are you to tell us what to do anyway? Especially with what we know now, your opinion doesn't even count. A lot of the sisters are gonna be saved. And Yahushua, there's a reason why Yahushua delivered Mary Magdalene. That was a sign of things to come. A lot of these sisters gonna get picked over you, man.
Yeah.
All they need is a system to follow, a sure ground. Okay, because women are natural nurturers. They need stability. That's why even back in the days, the patriarchs, they made sure they had something before they took women, man.
Yes.
You gotta be able to look after these women, bro. Okay? Babylon don't give you the resources to do it, but the Most High will find a way. And also, if you're sincere, the Most High will give you the Eves, man. Okay? The reason why the Eves are behaving the way they are is clear, because you guys are retarded. That's why. And I'm not trying to find an excuse for them. I have observed and I have noticed it. I have observed and I have noticed that is because of you niggas. So stop pointing the finger. That's the same thing Adam did when the drama came. He pointed his finger at the woman, man. He didn't even have the decency to take accountability for what he did. He was so quick to say, oh, it's the woman that you gave me. That's the same thing they're doing now. They're blaming Eve for all the problems. But it's them.
Yeah, we weren't able to manage, man. We weren't able to manage Eve. That's what Eve became.
Yeah, we wasn't able to manage Eve. You know? When Eve is in her right mind, she's a beautiful thing, man.
Real talk.
It's a beautiful thing, man. So what we gonna do? You want us to get rid of Eve and do what? Go and take who? Esau? With hair like a dog. I mean, come on, man. You hug them and the hair goes in your mouth. I ain't dealing with that bullshit, man.
Oh, man. Yo.
We're ready to fight, man. We're gonna take Eve, man. I'm picking Eve over everyone else.
But that's your sister, though.
So you guys better hope this whole thing is some BS. Because if that's what you guys are planning, you're planning to launch an attack to get rid of the sisters and bring who? Bring who? Who can you replace with Eve, man? You can't replace no one with Eve.
Because even the Italian, the Spanish people that we say the chick,
they don't like you. They don't even like you. When has a Italian or Spanish girl ever came? Oh, hello, brothers. You know, I've seen what you're doing, and you know, I just want to encourage you, and you know.
Look at Eve that got
but at least Eve comes around. You know what I mean? Eve comes around, man.
Replenishes us with water as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember? Only when I look after us.
We're gonna appreciate. We're gonna learn to appreciate.
Hey man, I appreciate Eve, man.
I'm thinking about it, I'm like, that's wicked. You know?
These niggas are fucked up.
Brother say that, oh, stay away from Eve, stay away from the black man. How can you do that to your own sister, your own daughter, man, your own mother?
I ain't staying.
Come on, man. We're supposed to build them. Let's build them. Let's be men, and when we're men, they will follow us.
They'll follow us, man.
That's all we need. We are the issue. The biggest enemy is us. When you look in the mirror, the enemy is what you see in that mirror. Stop blaming other like, oh, it's Eve, it's Eve. When you go in the yard, you see the men rule shit, right? So if he was able to come out of that yard and become a harlot, that's because the man wasn't a man, which is the curse.
And he was doing that man. If we check in his closet, he's doing some fucked up.
No.
We need to start checking the closet, man. Because a lot of you guys, I'm giving the example. Adam was quick to point his finger at Eve. That's how I know is you guys are the reason why they messed up. And hey, even in a nutshell, we're not gonna replace Eve with anyone. It's gonna be Eve. That's all we're taking.
I want to make a last point here. All these women that we say that they look like Esau, those peckle bird, they come from Eve, right? So ultimately,
they're watered down.
You know what I mean? They're watered down.
You know, bro. They look like melted ice cream.
You know what I mean? Like, come on. Man.
Some of them might have a body here and there, but it doesn't compare to Eve. Eve is the original breed, man. But you niggas are always trying to water down the seed. You go for weakness. Weakness has now become the order of the day. You see a girl with pale skin and freckles, and you say curly hair. Your hair is not supposed to be curly. It's meant to be solid, okay? Strength, power. Flare, blitz in your face. We are a strong people, man. They see weak features. You see a girl that's mixed. She's got curly hair. She's weak. That's the hair, the afro being watered down. And that's what you see when you go to that fake Middle East. They all got like that curly hair. So they're powerful people. They look like melted ice cream, man. That's what they look like. And I can't wait. We're gonna blacken the nation, man. That's how it's gonna, the Most High say it's gonna be darkness. That applies to the people as well. And the brother tries to say, oh, not everyone's gonna be dark. Everyone is gonna be copper. Everyone is gonna be copper colored. And if you're lucky, you're gonna be so dark, you're gonna look like you was burnt in a furnace. And that's gonna be
you can be blue black. You know, when you're too black, you become like, you look like blue.
Yeah.
Blue black, blue bloods. That's the original shit. That's what we're going back to, man.
Going back to that, man.
Obviously, there's different shade of brown, but ultimately, we're gonna get dark and dark, man.
So we're gonna be dark, man. Obviously, you're gonna have, you know, brothers like Abadiahawa's brother, the twins, or Araya. Yeah, you're gonna have the Ruddy brothers. You know, you're gonna have the Ruddy brothers, but ultimately, everyone's gonna be dark skinned.
I wanna be
so
dark.
So the same way you're dark hair. And then they look at you like, oh, in the kingdom, when we see someone that's too milky, too flaky, we're gonna be like, that looks sickly. Throw it in the oven. Cook him up. We need some brownness up in here.
Dark shit.
So you guys better get, you need a detox from Babylon. That's what you need. And Simeon will bring the detox in it. Because Simeon got the herbs in it.
He got the herbs, mate. The herbs.
I've got a point, one more point.
Yeah, bring it up.
The reason why the Most High created a rib is for comfort, you know, for us. There's a reason why he created a rib.
That's right.
If he didn't create the rib, there wouldn't be balance.
That's right. That's right.
We'd just be men on the like.
That's right.
You know,
that's right.
We can't multiply.
That's right.
The thing with Jake is Jake doesn't want to fight for what's his. He just wants to moan all the time and complain. You gotta work towards it. If you want to get Eve, you gotta work towards it, man. That's the ultimate prize, isn't it? Eve is the ultimate prize in all this, you know. You know, Eve is the ultimate prize. Eve is the ultimate prize. Because without Eve, all these Jakes that you're seeing, where do you think they came from? All the mighty men in Israel. Is it not Eve that's having all these mighty men? So Eve needs to be protected, bro. She's the ultimate prize out of all these women. Out of all the women of the other nations, Eve is the ultimate prize.
To add to that, Malaka, who's the two main components on the chess table? Isn't it the king and the queen?
That's right. Bring that up.
You know?
Bring that up, man.
Even this country that you're living in, Queen Elizabeth, was she not an Eve?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Queen Elizabeth was an Eve, man.
Right.
That was Henry VIII's daughter.
That's right.
And tell me a better queen that they've ever had. It's Elizabeth, man. So you can't tell me Eve ain't about it. Eve was about it, man.
One place, you know, where I was up, guess where the castle was called? St. Margaret's. St. Bart's. In the east.
That's right. That's the spirit. That's how you know that you're from the house.
That's beautiful. Right, so anyway, let's get back to it. Right, so Ecclesiasticus 25 and 13, it says, a precept showing how the plague of the heart, the highest form of depression, which is an issue most Simeonites tackled during their counseling sessions by either providing the tribes with the herbs having antidepressant attributes or mental coaching on lifestyle adjustments to help subside the problem. Secondly, this goes into how Simeon plays the role of traditional doctor, right? So traditional doctor is talking about like the herbalists, you guys that are into herbal medicines. That's Simeon that, you know, because Simeon knows about every plant. The Most High has given Simeon the spiritual power to be able to tell the different classifications and functions of different plants. All right? Dr. Simeon. Yo, that sister is just standing there, just watching, you know. She needs help.
She needs help, man.
She needs help, bro. Don't worry, shot season is coming. That's what I'm saying. These women are catching hell with Jake, you know. They want to get out. Every time you see them, they're like, help, help, help. This nigga's crazy. Help.
There's a lot of them that are stuck in situation right now. They can't come out. They're waiting for us to take them out.
Look at her, look. She's catching hell, bro. And she's fit as well. Look at her. But she's with some dumb nigga, man. Some fucked up nigga.
He's putting the pressure on her. It's like, where are you? Come, man, come. I want to see you now.
So he can put his demons on her.
He can suffer more.
So he can keep her down. You know? She might want to come over as well, but she's doing her thing, innit? So when the time comes, you catch her.
The thing about it also, a lot of these women will be mixed with the Maya of the street. We understand that. There's a lot of demon among the Eve. We understand that. The Most I will get rid of them, but don't put everyone in the same basket. Don't do that. You know? Don't just assume when you see Eve, oh, I don't want, you know, some came out there when they see Eve, like, nah, I don't. Like, what kind of nonsense is that? But the Most I gonna sort you out, bro.
Yeah, you're gonna sort you out.
Be careful, man.
You're gonna be dealt with, man.
Because you're not running the show, you know?
Of course.
You're not running the show.
Definitely not running the show. A lot of these sisters are gonna be saved. Alright? Over you, brothers. I'm just putting that out. Because only 144,000 of you niggas are gonna make it anyway. We already done a breakdown on that. Because you add up the 144, it goes back to 9, which is the 9th character in the Lashwana Kodasha, which means Tawaba, good. So only 144,000 of you niggas are good. The rest of you are good for nothing. So you ain't going in the basket, which really the basket is the circle with the thigh inside, which goes back to the chariot. Ezekiel.
You're gonna be marked before you get into that.
Ezekiel.
You're gonna be checked like that. Tick, cross, tick, cross, cross, cross. That's what's going on. The Most High gonna do that. Be careful, man. When you do this work, you gotta be careful. You gotta be humble and start coming your own stuff. Like, oh, we don't need no Eve, man. You know, who say that? Who say that? It's not biblical, man.
You can't do this without Eve.
Come on, man.
You think I'll be able to? I can't do this without Eve. I need Eve, man.
Exactly.
I was thinking about it the other day. I couldn't have done this work without Eve, you know. You know how Eve helped me in this thing? When Esau was after me, you know?
They don't know, man.
They don't know, man. Eve has been putting in work behind the scenes, man. Even Banayamayana, look how many Eves he's got in his camp. They're helping him.
Of course, they're helping him in the back. Bro, you wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't for these Eves. So people gotta pay attention to the signs.
I see what's going on anyway. I see. It's the niggas that are the problem. It's them. They're the ones who rose up against the Most High. The sisters didn't rise up against the Most High. You niggas rose up against the Most High. So we got a vendetta against you, man. The sisters will be given clemency and shown mercy in the right season. And that's why Yahweh Shai, he never cursed out any woman, man. Even when that woman, when he said, how can I take the children's food and give it to dogs? He was just trying to prove that she has more faith than you niggas, man. But Yahweh Shai never cursed out no women. You know, he was always helping women, healing women. The woman with the issue of blood. Come on, man. So if we are disciples of Yahweh Shai, we're going to advocate for the sisters. Because in most cases, the sisters are actually more spiritual than you guys anyway.
They catch on quicker as well in his kingdom. They catch on.
You guys are slow, sluggard.
Catch on quicker.
You guys are just slow and sluggard. That's all it is, man. You ain't ready. Right, so secondly, this goes into Simeon, how he plays the role of the traditional doctor, which in most cases, women who have hit a crossroads in their relationships, okay, pay them a visit in which Simeon hears, because Simeon means heard, in which Simeon hears their issues, whether physical or spiritual, and provides a solution using local herbs with specific instructions. But in modern times, this will be either your therapist or health consultant. Most Simeonites are gifted with special abilities to know the different classifications of plants and their healing properties. That's how Reuben was able to find out about the mandrakes. Who do you think told Reuben, oh, you know, that can be good for that thing that you do with your waist, you know? Because she saw Reuben was probably working around the house and he was going like this. And then he looked and he said, wow, Reuben's moving that waist like crazy. And obviously Reuben probably had a lot of women that used to like him.
Yeah, but Bila wasn't Bila wanting to...
Yeah, so that shows you Reuben was putting in work. Reuben was a ladies' man. So Simeon came to him and said, yo, you know that thing that you do with the ladies? I've got some herbs here for you, you know? And Reuben was like, oh, word. He was like, yeah, man, it's mandrakes. And he tried it out. And he was like, yo, you know I'm killing shit right now. And then that became Reuben's thing. Simeon showed Reuben the mandrakes.
Then it makes sense, man. You have to look at things from the spiritual side of things. Probably Simeon had a dream even about a mandrake. But that's what happened with these Simeonites, you know. My grandma, she would have a dream about a plant. She would go and get a plant, and the plant would do what the dream told her. That, man, listen, these Simeonite guys, they got spiritual power on some.
They got spiritual power, yeah, they have.
Them other, they're finding out. What do you think they will have dreams? They know things. They have intuition. Their sixth sense is very developed when it comes to the plants and that. Man, this is no joke.
And I'm glad that you said sixth sense, because when you go into the Old Testament, right, Levi was the one passing all the judgments. So Levi was the judge, and Simeon was what? The counselor. Because after the judge dishes out the judgment, Simeon is the one that's going to get you right. Okay? And Levi was basically had the Urim and the Thummim, which is what? The eyeballs. So Simeon is what? Like the third eye.
No.
And the third eye, they say it goes back to the pineal gland. That means you have a higher frequency of intelligence and a higher connection to the spiritual realm.
Unseen realm, yeah.
So that goes back to Simeon, bro.
Like I said, he heard.
Yeah, he heard.
He heard.
And also, Simeon and Levi are brethren. Come on now.
So they're gonna have those same.
They're gonna be working together.
Yes. Those same attributes.
And we're gonna give an example of the application of a law, which is gonna require Simeon to come after the judgment is passed.
Yeah.
I've got a bit of inflammation. Right, so it says to give them a visit in which Simeon hears their issues, whether physical or spiritual, and provides solution. Right, so Simeon has the special abilities to know the different classifications of plants and their healing properties. But in a more contemporary sense, Ghana is the designated land among Judah given to Simeon. So that place that you see called Ghana, that's where the Simeonites are living. Okay, because Ghana was originally part of the land given to Judah, but the scripture says that what? Judah had too much land, so he gave some of the land to who? Simeon. There you go. Right, so it says, which is the designated land among Judah given to Simeon, okay, is the #1 destination for Jakes in the diaspora when they want to spiritually heal. Right, for instance, every time a Jake that is famous among Israel wants to spiritually heal, they go back to Ghana. They go to the slave force. They go to that Elmina Castle.
That's
Even Obama went there with his wife.
Spiritual healing.
Why do they go? There's even a video of Burna Boy saying when he goes to Ghana, he feels very calm.
I've seen that video.
That's Simeon.
Yeah.
Because hey, I'll be honest, when you're in Ghana, you're at peace.
It's not.
You feel good. It's quiet and calm.
There's a place when you go there, and you see, and you look at the
water,
sea,
yeah.
and you see the sun come there and say, God is somewhere there, God's leave. And that's how you know that this place, that West Africa is Israel, it's the land. But there's certain energy there. And because Ghana, that's where Simeon is. Obviously people will feel that spiritual healing. Even Nick Mills, after all this ordeal he has going to prison, he went to Ghana. All these people go back to Ghana. Even that guy, Copenhagen, that guy.
Colin Kaepernick.
He
went back to Ghana to heal.
See,
So Ghana is the healer.
Because Simeon
Muhammad Ali went to Ghana as well. After he won the title, he went to Ghana.
Because Simeon is there.
You know, they go there to heal.
It's all spiritual.
Malcolm X went to Ghana. Did you go there?
If you went, but sometimes they go there,
Muhammad Ali.
you don't even know.
Not Michael J. White.
Michael J. White went there. They all go there.
Name. Even that guy, that famous TV presenter. Steve
Harvey went there.
He went there. They all went there.
So that's spiritual.
They're all going there.
That is spiritual, man.
Kanye, all of them goes there, bro. So that's where you find yourself. You know, when they went to that slavery, that's painful, you know.
It's
that's painful that it's passed down to generation. So once they're finally financially free now, they go back there to that release. We all need a release, we all need healing. And after trauma, we all need healing. They go to see me. Spiritual, man.
See that? So you can't make this up, man. We're not making this up at all. So the dates from the diaspora, they go to Ghana to heal. Okay? Michael Jackson went to Ghana as well.
When he went after the war, which is the same land.
Same Judah. See that? That's right. There you go, man. So hey, and it's funny because Ivory goes back to the thrones that the kings sit on.
Right.
So Ivory Coast will be the land of Judah because Judah is the king. There you go. Can't make this up.
Plain and simple.
Right, so like when notable persons such as Obama, Colin Kaepernick, Steve Harvey, Michael Jackson, Muhammad Ali, and many others went to heal from the scars of slavery, okay? With Elmina Castle being the choice site, as many Israelites were dispatched from those parts into the Americas. So all of you guys that say the land is not in Africa, where were you taken from again? The last time I checked, it was taken from the West Coast. So stop bullshitting. You wasn't taken from the state of Israel, all right? So don't be a fool. And also all the landmarks are there. We showed you where the Jordan is. We showed you where Gilead is. We showed you where the tribe of Zebulon, Naphtali, Asher, all these tribes are. So what's the excuse now? Right now you just need that bullwhip.
Yeah, that's what you go in.
Because you all came from the bull, so you need the bullwhip. It says, Castle being the choice site, as many Israelites were dispatched from the parts into America, but mainly the Caribbean islands, okay? Because you guys from the Caribbean as well. Where were you taken from, brothers? You weren't taken from the state of Israel, so stop with the bullshit, okay? And get with the program.
Yeah, last time I checked, those Asian people look like the Benin people, man. They go heavy features on them, heavy West Coast features. Even the Jamaican, man, heavy West Coast features on them, but yet they claim that they came from I don't know what land.
It's madness.
Bro,
it's madness.
That brother from Brixton, you know, from Vincent,
Oh yeah, that guy is in Rashad Rallah.
He looks like
Yeah, he looked like an Ashanti. I always used to tell him you look like an Ashanti, man. Even as a Ghanaian guy that came one day, like, you look just like a Ghanaian man.
Alright, let's carry on. Right, so get Ecclesiasticus 38 and 12. Malakah. 38 and 12. Yeah, man.
My stuff from 4 as well, man. But anyway, because that precept is definitely for Simeon, man. That precept.
Hey, Simeon is a physician as well because
Physician, man.
when you look at the term doctor, doctors don't really heal nothing. They just contain diseases and keep you on medications. You know? They don't. Doctors don't heal you, man. They just keep you on meds. A physician will get rid of the problem.
It's right.
And that's where Simeon will actually get rid of the problem for you. Alright, go on.
Alright, so this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 38 verse 12. Then give place to the physician, for the Lord hath created him, let him not go from
What?
38 and 12.
Start 5. Start 5.
Oh, start from verse 1. Now, you want him to...
No, start 5.
Okay, start from 5.
Alright.
Listen to the brother.
Even with 1, man. You can give it 5. Let's cut to the chase.
Alright, cool. Let me know to stop. So this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 38 verse 5. Was not the water made sweet with wood, that the virtue thereof might be known?
Read it from there.
The
Keep
top.
going.
Yeah, that's talking about the bitter waters.
You know when you put when you put herbs into
Water.
when you put herbs into the water, when you put herbs into the water, you know, when you put herbs into the water, yeah, what happened? You soak for 3 days, and after that, what happened? What happened after that?
Now tell us.
Yeah, it becomes like a tonic. That's what they call a root tonic. And then you drink it for certain things depending on the herb that you put. Depending on the herb that you put in the water, yeah, it becomes root tonic. Making people, you don't know, you should know about this thing. Root tonic. No, you can stay there.
Crumbs, it helps you with all the crumbs.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you want to bring out, it helps, man.
Yeah, read it.
Read the top,
Yeah, read it. We're nearly done. Read it.
Okay, so this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 38 verse 1. Honor a physician with the honor due unto him for the uses which he may have of him, for the Lord hath created him.
For the what?
For the Lord hath created him.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
The physician, man. That's talking about, read verse 12 now. It's talking about Simeon.
Sure. Alright, so I'm going to go forth to verse 12. Then give place to the physician, for the Lord hath created him. Let him not go from thee, for thou hast need of him.
You see that?
See?
So Simeon is needed, man.
Especially in Babylon.
Yeah. That's it on that, bro. Right, it says a precept showing how after Levi passes judgment, the next person in line to see to get you right is Simeon. Okay? As Simeon is the physician among all Israel. Working hand in hand with Levi. Get Genesis 49 and 5.
No.
So Simeon works hand in hand with Levi. Because what? Levi will pass judgment, and in the process of judgment, if you get hurt, Simeon will heal you. Because the Most High said what? I will wound you and I will what? Heal you. I will heal you. That goes to Levi. So wait, is that Deuteronomy? Deuteronomy 32, I think.
Oh, really, yeah?
Yeah. It's, I think Deuteronomy 32, 39. He said, I will wound you, then I will heal you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Levi go wound you, and then Simeon is go what? He's going to heal you. Yeah. There you go.
For a lesson, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, so this is Genesis chapter 49 verse 5.
No.
Simeon and Levi are brethren.
Simeon and what?
Simeon and Levi are brethren.
Instruments of cruelty are in their habitations.
Right, so that's talking about obviously the left hand side, you know? Because they can hurt you as well, man. You know, they can make antidotes to paralyze you. Because they know about the different herbs and different plants.
Because each plant has two virtues. You got the spiritual one and the natural one. You know what I'm saying? So as much as he can heal your headache, he can do other things in the spiritual realm as well. So Simeon is a deadly tribe.
Like that thing they call magic mushrooms.
Oh yeah, that one.
Makes
you see things.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy.
He makes you see things.
Because even Mike Tyson, he said he went on something called the toll.
Oh Oh yeah,
and
the
he said
told,
he
yeah,
took him somewhere else. That's Simeon, man. See that?
Take you into your mental horizon.
It take you to another dimension, you know.
So the shaman I put Simeon as well, the shaman. They do those type of things.
Right, so yeah, a precept showing how so Simeon and Levi are brethren, right? Yeah. So a precept showing how Levi and Simeon work hand in hand. For example, Levi will circumcise you, and then after you're left bloody up, Simeon will provide the herbs to help you gain speedy recovery.
That's the reason why when they went to kill those guys, they told them it's spiritual and they did together. It's a circumcised, and then when they killed them. No. When Levi went to Simeon and to kill the guy, the tribe that the village, the tribe, the guy that their sister, they went and said, look, circumcise, and we're gonna, first if you want to marry into our family, circumcised. Yeah. But it goes into just like that spiritual connection. You have nothing to do with it, but I'm just saying it's a spiritual connection because of the way you break it down. You break it down, basically.
Yeah. So they will provide the herbs to gain speedy recovery or to avoid infections to the wounded rod. You know, because you can get infected after you get circumcised. Right, so but Simeon will give you the herbs to heal up quick. Right, so Deuteronomy chapter 25 verse 11. How about it? How you want to get that? Deuteronomy 20. Bro, wait, what are we doing today? Everyone's just looking at us today. What's going on? Maybe it's nearly shot season. They're feeling the vibes, man. It's the energy, bro. The higher vibration. Everyone is looking at us today, bro. They're seeing something in it. Deuteronomy 25 verse 11. I just want to show something real quick. So read verse 11 and verse 12. Deuteronomy 25 verse 11 and verse 12.
Okay, this is Deuteronomy chapter 25 verse 11 and 12. King James Bible. When men strive together.
When what?
When men strive together.
Right?
One with another, and the wife of the one draweth near for to deliver her husband out of the hand of him that smiteth him, and putteth forth her hand, and take him by the secrets. Verse 11. Then thou shalt cut off her hand.
Thou shalt what?
Thou shalt cut off her hand. Thine eye shall not pity her.
Right, so that was a law concerning a woman grabbing a man's rod in a fight.
Right.
The Most High said we should cut her hand off. He didn't say we should kill her. He said we should what? Now you do know that a lot of people that commit suicide, they slit their wrist. So if you cut her hand off, she can bleed to death. Who is going to stop her from bleeding so she doesn't die? There you go. So that shows you that after Levi cuts her hand off, Simeon will say, okay, now come, let's stop the bleeding, or she's going to die. And that's not the judgment that the Most High wanted to give. The Most High didn't say she shall surely be put to death. He said, chop off her hand and then let her go. There you go. So Simeon will stop the bleeding with the herbs, man. So this is practical knowledge. Right. Let's finish off now. So it says a precept showing how Levi will pass the judgment of hand cutting, and in turn Simeon will bring the Asian anesthetics to prevent the culprit from bleeding out and dying, as even a mere slash on the wrist. And also the Most High will want to keep her alive so she could be a sign to all the other women, because they're going to be like, nah, I better not do that because it's going to end up like her. Right. It says even a mere slash on the wrist can cause death, which in this case only hand cutting and not death was the verdict. Get Ecclesiasticus 38 verse 1. Malaka. Oh no, I think you've read that. Yeah, right. So Ecclesiasticus 38 verse 1. A precept showing how Simeon was brought into the patriarchy to provide healing on a spiritual and physical sense. All this brings us to one of the most famous healers of our time, Dr. Sebi. So Dr. Sebi was a powerful herbalist from the tribe of Simeon. His birth name Alfred, because I think his name is Alfredo something, Bowman. Right, so his birth name, Alfred, okay, is defined as being a counselor. Alfred means counselor. Because remember, Simeon is a counselor as well.
Yeah. They go to him in Honduras. He tells them
which is reflective of Simeon, okay? Because like we said, Simeon counsels you, he gives you therapy. You go to Simeon for a therapy session. Because what does Simeon need? Heard. What does he hear? Your problems. Oh, you know, I can't get my rod up anymore.
Yeah, get some.
And then he'll counsel you and be like, hey, I've got something for you, bro.
Yes,
Mix that.
Sarsaparilla, strong back, China roots. Yeah, shit,
How did you find out about that?
Because
That's power. That's what I'm saying. How did you
because
find
they go
out?
and they find the spirit tell them, listen, this is what you do for this. You go to some China root, you go and get the strong back, the sarsaparilla, whatever, and then you put it together, and that's
And
it.
then your rod don't get up again. And your wife will be happy.
the next one is Colombia. That's what it is, bro.
Yeah, man. So hey, Simeon is good for that, man. Yeah, and that's why we're saying that Simeon showed Reuben the mandrakes. Because he has the knowledge of the herbs. And also remember, Simeon and Reuben were the two first sons, so I'm sure they were close. And Simeon saw the mandrakes and told Reuben
The
about
mandrake just give you more stamina. If your dick can't get hard, don't rely on the mandrake. The mandrake will do something, but go to the root anyway. That means you need your nerve, either your nerve is weak, and then you gotta get some strong back. It's a sarsaparilla or whatever, but it's
One question is, see the Viagra that they sell out there, do they
never.
put that in there?
That's
Please,
basically the fake.
please, that's the fake. There's one though, I forgot the name. There's one though, I forgot the name. When you take it, and you take just half, that back in time when I took it, that shit is powerful. That shit will make you, for 8 hours, you just wanna bang. Yeah?
Whoa.
But be careful. It's good, I forgot the name. I'm not gonna lie, that was like back in 2015. I don't know, but Viagra, and there's a lot of fakes out there as well. So leave it. If you look, I know, I'm on the team. I know something. I know the herbs. I'm not a Simeonite though, but I'm a leader, so maybe. You know what I mean? Like, I can. There's few things you can get, bro.
Yeah, man. So hey, so for you brothers,
Yeah, there's few things you can get.
you know, for you brothers that, you know, ain't laying it down right, and your wife don't listen to you no more, hey, you go and see Simeon, Simeon go give you something, and you go lay it down, and she go hear you. Because Simeon means head. She
Yeah,
gonna listen,
but
man.
also since we're not talking, all I would say, we should battle for a lot of brothers. Don't stop for the masturbation, because masturbation weaken your good, and what it does as well, it shrinks your rod. It shrinks you. A lot of people already, even me, when at some point I had to go through that as well, because we all did that, you know. But the first fight is to kind of get rid of masturbation. When you get rid of it, in my personal experience, because as back in time, my dick was, because I'm like, my dick is shrinking, what's going on? You know what I mean? Because I used to rank. But when you leave it, then your nerve is okay, and the blood flow as well. So you need to eat certain, like pumpkin seed oil is very good for the blood flow. But it's all about blood flow as well, the food that you eat. But in time, we're gonna go into things, innit?
Yeah, we'll go into all of that, because another thing as well is that you brothers that can't get women, you know, that can work against you as well, because the women actually are more attracted to you, you know, when you're not doing that.
When you
it's spiritual, isn't it? They can tell, they got this thing about them, they can tell.
Retention,
yeah, man, it puts you on a high vibration. It makes you more attractive to women, you know. The women get attracted to you when you're disciplined. Discipline. You know? And when I'm talking about women, I ain't talking about all these funny
No,
looking
we're talking about
proper women.
Because there's a lot of bitches you can fuck. That's not it. If anything, they bring bad vibration, because they're being run through. We're talking about the women that will help you in life, the women that are heaven sent. They're not coming because you're not ready. Me included. Because you know, when you're a man, you have to be accountable. And there's no shame, because we're being cleansed with a new wine. We're being built back up. So you don't be ashamed. I'm talking about me first. You know, I have to go through that process as well. But it's gonna be fine. But listen to the new one. The new one is something that is a blessing, bro.
It's a blessing,
It's a
bro.
blessing.
Definitely, man.
So yeah, we'll close out now. So it says his birth name Alfred is defined as being a counselor, which is reflective of Simeon. Another point to consider is the fact that Ghana, which is Simeon's land, has so many herbalists, man. You know, because they got
They
adverts.
know
So
the thing, man. They know the thing.
when you go,
And
when
they
you
got
go
a
to
TV
Ghana,
show.
on the TV,
Yeah, they got a TV show.
every 5 minutes they're showing a different herbal.
Yeah.
Get this one because it does that. Oh, get this one. You know, that's Simeon.
Or the plant are spiritual, you know. Plant are very spiritual as well. So, but yeah, Malaka, man, that was a beautiful lesson.
Yeah. Anyway, with that, we're gonna face the east. We're gonna close out. We're gonna say Kala Halala,
Kala Halala,
Yahawaha,
Yahawaha,
Ba'ashama,
Ba'ashama,
Yahusha'ai,
Yahusha'ai,
Raka'atah,
Raka'atah,
Bam Yashura,
Bam Yashura, Allah.
Ma Yashura.
Oh, yeah,
I'm gonna say one more thing, yeah. Yeah, for you,
Bring that up, bring that
for you
up. Bring that
brothers.
up.
You know, like Malaka the Wada said, if you need a spiritual help, go to you know, Simeon.
Simeon, man.
You know, don't be going in those shops getting those Viagra.
Yeah, no. There's a lot of things. But it's because YouTube is a bit funny, but I could have given a lot of things. Because me, myself, like I said, I'm not a Simeonite, but I think my grandma is a Simeonite. So I know a bit about herbs.
Oh, hey, before you close it, my mom is actually from the tribe of Simeon.
That's
as well.
right, that's right.
Yeah, I just recently found, because I thought my mom was from the tribe of Levi.
That's right.
But my mom is actually from the tribe of Simeon.
Right.
That's why, have you noticed when you go to her yard, she's got like a chart of different herbs and food. And also, you remember that brother Daniela? When he had that problem. My mom gave him the herbs and it was gone.
Right.
So I come to find out, my mom was from the tribe of Simeon. And
say
it's
one
funny
thing?
because...
No, Malaka.
It's funny because my granddad is from this place, right? Yeah. And it says Simeon and Levi are brethren. You see that? Levi is here, Simeon is here. Anyway, with that, Shalom.
Shalom. So you see, he was able to know that his mom is from the tribe by studying the new wine. He himself is discovering a lot of things. And he's blessing us, basically.
Oh, hang on.
He's blessing us, man.
Peter was called what?
Simeon.
Peter.
Simeon Peter.
So that means Peter has Simeonite.
That's right.
in his...
That's right. Pour moi, Yashura Allah.
You're sure a lot.
Come here, Sharala.